What's going on, YouTube? This is SG1 Sports, and we are continuing our midseason predictions in the Big 12 with the TCU Horned Frogs, and this is how I predicted their season would go in the preseason. I had them losing to Oklahoma State, Kansas State, and Oklahoma. So 3 losses. Obviously, they've already beat Oklahoma State and Kansas State, so I am not off to a good start with this team. They've emerged as the top team in the Big 12 right now. Will they continue that all season long? That's the big question. So cross off Oklahoma State and Kansas State. We've missed both of those games. This team's still undefeated. So really, the only thing I got right was Arkansas, West Virginia, the only, big games there. So here we go. We're going to clear out the right side of the schedule. All greens here on the left side. And we're going to open up with Kansas. That should be an easy win. Don't even have to talk about that one. Next game at Iowa State. We've already seen them upset Oklahoma. Can they upset TCU? I think that'll be one to watch. I think it'll be a pretty exciting game. Not necessarily a blowout, but I do like TCU to win it. Their defense is really playing well. They are definitely the best defense in the Big 12. And so I like them to keep Iowa State's offense down, and they win that game. And maybe a little bit of a low-scoring game, similar to the Iowa State-Texas game, maybe something like that. Speaking of Texas, next game, Texas goes to play at TCU. I don't really give them much of a chance in this one. Playing at home, I think TCU rolls. I think they get a big win here over Texas and keep it going. That'll get them to, 9-0 as they get ready for their final 3 games. So looking like a real playoff contender now. Next game at Oklahoma. This game would be on the road for TCU. In the preseason, originally I picked Oklahoma to win this game. And if you've already watched my Oklahoma video, you already know who I have winning this game. But, yeah, I think Oklahoma gets this one. I think this is another signature win for them. We've seen them in the past, against Ohio State. They really stepped up for the big game. It was Iowa State that beat them. And they stepped up against Texas as well. Got a big lead in that game. Obviously, Texas came back, but still, you can see they were pumped up. They were ready to go, and I think that'll be the case. I think they pull off what'll be maybe a minor upset here over TCU. So TCU loses to Oklahoma. Then they go on to play Texas Tech on the road. A tough offense to stop, but if anybody can do it, it's TCU. Their defense, again, best in the Big 12. So I like them to go in there on the road and actually win that game. I think it'll be a 14-point game, something like that. Not a total blowout, but I do like TCU to win it fairly easily. So, yeah, TCU beats Texas Tech. And they get ready for Baylor, that final game. Obviously, Baylor has been bad this year. I mean, I don't think they're as bad as Kansas. They've shown some life here and there. They haven't, looked absolutely terrible every single game. They've played Oklahoma fairly tough. They've who was it? Duke, I think they played pretty tough. So they're not horrible. They're not like Kansas, but they're nowhere near the same level as TCU. So I like TCU to win that one pretty easily. And finish the season 11-1. So, I thought they had the potential preseason to maybe do this. When you look at Oklahoma, Oklahoma State, TCU, and I even thought Kansas State and maybe Texas. I thought they were, and West Virginia. I thought the Big 12 was going to be very interesting. I thought there were a lot of teams that had the potential to rise up. TCU appears to be the team that is going to do that. So 9-3 preseason, 6-3 in the conference. Those were my preseason predictions. Obviously, we've changed those in a big way, so you can cross those out now. 11-1 overall, 8-1 overall, and I like TCU to get to that Big 12 championship game. Now, who will they play? You'll have to watch Friday and see how all the teams play out as we cover the rest of the Big 12 teams. And I'll give my predictions on who I think will be in that game and who I think will win that game. And will there be a team out of the Big 12 go to the playoffs? I will cover all of that on Friday when we do our conference championship predictions and playoff predictions, so make sure you watch for that video. What do you think about TCU? Go ahead and leave a comment down below. What do you think their final record will be in the regular season? And that's going to do it for this one. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more mid-season prediction videos and all kinds of college football videos here on the SG1 Sports YouTube channel.